this year.
Okay, I have to yell because everybody says you can't hear if it's through the phone. So, according to this here, former longtime BNSF worker Randy Berghorst poses in front of the Employee of the Year plaque the railroad gave her in recognition of her work supporting LGBTQ plus workers at her apartment in Woodstock in May of 2023. Berghorst says that after being promoted regularly earlier in her career, she was denied advancement opportunities after her gender transition and could hardly get an interview. My first thought is, welcome to being a woman and getting looked over for promotions because you're not a man.
Wait, what was she and what is she now? I've lost track. I cannot keep up with this transitioning.
From what I'm reading, she was a man and would get promoted regularly and got awards and things. And as soon as he transitioned to a she, all of the recognition stopped and so did the promotions.
Do you see it? Do you hear how jacked up that sounds? She was a man. You said that. Mm-hmm. She was a man. Mm-hmm. And as soon as he transitioned to her, how do you pick and choose which pronoun you're going to use each time?
Maybe it has to do with your mood when you wake up in the day. If you wake up on this side of the bed,
No. I'm saying like you, when you describe it, like she was a man and he was getting promotions. It's like, how do you pick and choose?
Well,
like,
because as a he was getting promotions. As a she is not. It gets very, very confusing. Try to explain it to a 3-year-old.
No, I don't want to try to explain it to a 3-year-old because this is not something we should be explaining to 3-year-olds.
I agree.
So does the fault lie in BNSF or does the fault lie in the current gender box check, or does the fault lie in how this happened? Like,
well, maybe the fault lies in the fact that maybe their work production suffered after they made their changes. Maybe they started focusing on something different, weren't giving it their work the same amount of attention, and therefore didn't earn a promotion.
Gotcha. So,
but because transgender is such a thing, we're going to look at it from that direction and then blame that on why we're not getting promotions.
But obviously, he, she, them, they, her, it now has the sound state of mind, obviously, based on their life choices. Therefore, the promotion that they were, like more so deserving than anybody else within the company that they didn't get, obviously has to be because of their transition. Not,
not lack of new work ethic or not being the right person for the job, whether you're male, female, whatever.
There's no way that, I don't know, maybe they're delusional in their state of mind and aren't thinking clearly. That's not it, is it?
No, of course not.
It must be someone else's fault.
Must be.
Which is what? That's the new standard of this country.
Well, so everything must be somebody else's fault and everybody deserves a participation trophy.
And if you can't excel where you are, then just re-identify as something else where you could possibly excel.
So you mean as a male swimmer, if you can't make it into the top 10, what you should do is become a female swimmer so that then you can win all of the races.
Right. But if they don't allow you in, they don't allow you to compete, or they don't allow you to win, then you can claim discrimination because obviously they're picking on you.
I wonder how long until they just start a transgender sports group.
Well, the key here is identifying and identification. And as we discussed on Patreon, that California is going to be cutting checks for reparations for black people. So what happens when non-black people start identifying
So when
as
I get to
people?
say I identify as a black person because I'm married to one, therefore it's close enough? Is that how that goes?
Sort of. You gotta have cornrows on in your hair when you say it.